Hello, third graders. Today is Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. This is your to-do list and your little mini lesson. To start off, you're watching this video, hopefully. Next off your to-do list says to do Amplify choice 3 for 30 minutes. So Alex's family pointed this out to me, and then Mason also pointed it out to me, that your 4 options might look different than this. So from now on, I'll say you're doing choice 1, which is the first one, choice 2, second one, choice 3, third one, or choice 4, that would be this bottom one. Today you're doing the third choice. So whenever your options are, you'll pick the third one. That's the one you're working on today, okay? Your next piece is you'll do a family interview, some questions on Google Classroom, which I'll explain after our lesson. You'll read on Epic for 20 whole minutes. Make sure you set your timer. And then if you haven't done your water cycle questions from yesterday, please do those. There's still about 9 of you who have not done it yet. And this will be the last week that I'm giving you extra time to finish work. Starting next week, you'll have assignments every single day. So you're going to want to make sure that you stay on track with your assignments each day, making sure that maybe we're logging in a little earlier so we have enough time to finish stuff. This is about half of as much work as we would normally do in the classroom. So it might feel like a lot, but it's not as much as what we were doing in the classroom. So it's less. So my expectation is that you're finishing all of it every single day. Okay, so let's jump into our lesson and then I will explain the rest. So let me start us. Whoops, I did this yesterday too. Okay, literacy lesson for today. We have 2 learning targets. So the first one is I can practice skills that will help improve my writing. So improve means to help make it better. So we're going to practice things that will help make our writing better. And the second one is I can interview family members or people in your house, or you can call people, it's up to you, to figure out why people think water is important. Okay? So why is it important to improve my writing? So if we think about why, Miss Valdivia, would you have us do Amplify? And the task is to help us make our writing better. Why would you do that, Miss Valdivia? So brainstorm and think for a moment. You can pause if you want. Here's some ideas I came up with. Writing is a way to communicate with others. You can talk to people through writing, maybe texting or emailing people. I guess you guys really wouldn't be doing emails, but it's a way to communicate with people. It can be a fun way to express yourself. So maybe you're writing stories, or you have a journal at home, or you're writing a comic book. It could just be a fun way that you're writing. And yes, I said comic book, but there are still words in comic books, duh. Our third one, writing is a way to inform or teach others. So this whole PowerPoint slide that I put together, I wrote it in order to teach you guys. So you could use writing as a way to teach other people about things. Our Freaky Frog essays, that was a way for us to teach people about frogs. So we want to make sure as writers that we're always doing things to make our writing better, so we can do all of these other things. And these are not the only reasons why writing is important. These are just some big reasons. So when you are doing Amplify today and you're doing option 3, that's going to help you make your writing better, okay, through the different tasks. And I will show you a little bit of that in just a moment. Okay, now we know before we went on break, we were learning about fresh water around the world. So I have some pictures of it. And today your job is going to be to interview some family members and trying to figure out why is fresh water important. Okay, so today you will interview 2 people in your house, or they can be outside of your house. It's up to you. If you feel like maybe calling someone, you can, and you will ask them why they think water is important. I think this will be a cool way for you to just kind of talk to some people in your house, or maybe talk to someone you haven't talked to in a while. And it's connected to our learning. So now I'm going to go through and show you some of this stuff. So if we go into Amplify, the third choice for me is debatable, and it looks like this. I have my little character that I'm going against, and you're kind of battling, at least in mine for this one. And it's asking you to come up with some evidence that helps prove this. The school week should not be increased to 6 days. So you would find things to figure out why that would help prove this answer. And these are the kinds of things that will help make writing better for you. Thinking about if you're trying to prove a point, if you're trying to say, Miss Valdivia is the best teacher ever, we could come up with some evidence in our writing as to why. I'm sure you all think that, right? Okay, so that's your Amplify task for today. Now I'm going to go into our classwork, and we have our family interview for today. You click on it, and it looks like this. So it says, ask 2 people in your family why they think water is important. Be sure to write in complete sentences. Start your sentence with a capital letter and end with punctuation. So each of these is worth 2 points. 1 point is for just filling out why someone in your family thinks water is important. The other part is figuring out, or not figuring out, excuse me, making sure that our writing is grade level appropriate. So we're making sure that we have our complete sentence. So if I asked my mom, for example, I could say, my mom thinks water is important because that is a perfect sentence starter for you. So if you're needing help with that, you can pause this video when you're figuring out your interview questions with your family and use this sentence to start. Notice I have a capital at the beginning, and then once I finished my sentence, because she says her answer, blah, 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 I would have a period at the end, okay? It doesn't need to be a long answer. We just want to ask one person in our family why they think water is important. Then you're going to ask another person why they think water is important. Write their answer down below. And then finally, I want you to think about why water is important. And I just noticed there, why do you think water is important? Okay, I thought there was a typo. It's so weird not having you guys to help me with these things. So your last one will be to write why you think water is important. We want to make sure we're using those complete sentences, capitals at the beginning, and ending with punctuation. Remember, to get a capital letter, we know we do shift and the letter, or you can hit the cap lock button and then turn it off when you're done. Okay? Those are our tasks for today. I realized after I did the homeroom video, I didn't give shout outs in there, so I will do that tomorrow. But some shout outs for literacy. For Amplify, we only have 2 kids who have done all of their time so far this week. You should have done an hour, 30 minutes on Monday and 30 minutes on Tuesday, and we only have 4 kids who have done that. And those 4 kids are Aurelia, Angelica, Mason, and Aiden. So way to go, you 4, for doing all of your time on Amplify. And some of you have done even more time than you're supposed to. Okay. My last shout out is for the kids yesterday who did the water cycle question. And that is Aiden, Angelica, Audrey, Brandon, Christiana, Dianovan, Gianna, Daleen, Mason, Aurelia, and Sochi. If I did not call your name for that one, you need to click into the water cycle questions and answer them today. Okay? And then if I didn't call your name for the Amplify, you need to get on and do some time. I've noticed some of you have not logged in at all this week. Some of you have only done it for 4 minutes. Some of you have only done it for 17 minutes. Okay, if you're wondering how much time you need to do to get caught up, feel free to message me on Remind so I can help you catch up. In the homeroom video, I explained at the end of the week, I'm going to send like a little progress report or update to your family to let them know. So if you haven't logged into Amplify all week, they will know. So please make sure you're being accountable so they can say, oh my goodness, my student got a shout out. They've been doing exactly what they're supposed to. Okay, that's what families want to hear. And it helps keep us busy and it keeps us learning too. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day. If you need to check in with me to see what you're missing, why it isn't working, maybe something you're struggling with something, ask your parents if you can use their phones so that you can message me on Remind. All right, have a great day.